Now, as I visit many places, as I go around, I always look out for mistakes. And I always look out for areas of weakness and areas of ugliness. And I must tell you, even as we drove in, I was looking out for something that is wrong. And I didn't find any wrong thing here.
My birthday wishes to all of you. And, you're correct in identifying me as an ex-EFF member. In fact, in its formation, I was part of the leadership structure. And I've written a lot about the teething problems of the organization. But today, as I reflect back on the organization as a political analyst and independent voice, I think that the party has done a tremendous job. I think it's got over a lot of its teething problems. And the discussion
the Commission of Inquiry on Mkonazi's issues is a bluff, it's not real. What happened to Zondo Commission? Who was charged after Zondo Commission? It is very clownish for Ramaphosa to leave Mtunu as a minister and say, I put him on a special leave. What kind of special leave is that? Where do you get that in the Constitution, that a minister can be put on a special leave? Why is Ramaphosa playing with our money and having two ministers, Minister of Police Mtunu on special leave and Minister Kachalia? That is corruption, that is wasting money, that is not available. We call on the President to fire Mtunu with immediate effect, so that we don't have two ministers. Comrades,
our liberation movements are under siege from within and without. Most of our movements are having to contend with declining electoral support, shifting demographics, frustrated young people in our various countries, economic inequality, and foreign interference. These trends speak to a deeper crisis, the disconnect between our founding narratives and the lived realities of a new generation of young people. It is a generation that sees and appreciates less of our past victories and more of our present shortcomings. It is a generation that demands jobs, justice, dignity, housing, education, health, and security, and sees our movements as distant, rigid, and slow to adapt. This disconnect amongst the population emboldens the external attacks on our sovereignty, our independence, our development, and security. In fact, there has been ample evidence that international actors use the legitimate grievances of our people to attack progressive governments. We have seen a revival of the forces of unilateralism, neocolonialism, and imperial extraction. There is a renewed offensive against transformation, progressive policies, and multilateralism, and a re-weaponization of global institutions, and a deliberate effort to divide and control Africa through transactional diplomacy and economic coercion.